Welcome back to Odd Fitness. Fitness-oriented television for viewers like you. I'm Mr. Fit, coming at you tonight with another one, just like DJ Khaled, another one. Another one. And this one... This one is about something that hits home harder to most people than we realize. And that is the absolute dangers of sedentary behavior, sedentary decisions. You see, we have a big problem, especially in America right now, and that's about people that are not moving enough. And I just did a little bit of research about this subject, and it's pretty wild to some of the problems that take place when you just by not being physical and letting just the lethargy of life dominate your everyday patterns. It's pretty bad. So for instance, did you know that sitting for 30 minutes at a time is really harmful for you? And it leaves you in a position to give you more of a risk of heart attack than other people. So, it's 2026, and here we are. There's plenty of sit jobs, so many sit jobs. People are on their keisters, letting blood pool right to their ass cheeks, and they're not working them out. It is absolutely crazy, but sitting for 30 minutes or higher can lead to cancer and other possible mortality risks just by not moving, because we're made to move. It's uncomfortable to us right now because that's what it is. It's uncomfortable, but it's to give you a better life later. You have to pay into it. It's not for free. And being comfortable feels cozy and good, but it's, as we're going to talk about, it's dangerous. So you ought to just start moving right now, and we'll be much better. Even like a person that works out a couple hours, but then they lay on the couch for like 10 hours binge watching shit, even that is bad for your arteries, clogs up your arteries. The blood just is not, it's not just doing what we should be doing. Now, I believe in sleep wholeheartedly, sure. There's times to relax. These are the times when I'm relaxing here at night. I'm in my little chair, little spinning chair, for about maybe an hour putting stuff together. I would like to think that because I ride a bicycle to work and then back home, and then from the home I would ride to the gym, and then from the gym I ride back home, so up to 4 cardio sessions a day. Now, that's because I'm a little bit kooky. I'm a little crazy for the fitness lifestyle. Hence the name Mr. Fit. I enjoy the process, and I'd like to think that I'm not in the limelight as far as cancer goes, or type 2 diabetes, or anything like that, because I'm just so physically active. And at my work, chefing it up, just walk around. You're moving around, there's no sitting. So I love that aspect of it. And it's never about a sit-down job anyways. I had a couple of them, worked at a gym before, got to do a fair amount of sitting and reading and stuff. I did not like it. It was okay, but it felt like time just dragged on, and I have more energy than that to sit. I don't really prefer it. I don't mind this right here. In my own sanctuary at the end of the night, I like this. This feels good. But for work, oh no. Just drive me up the wall. Just make me go crazy by being all slow. Forget that. No sitting. So the dangers of being sedentary, alright? Musculoskeletal, alright? There's problems with the muscular system and skeletal system. The whole body takes a beating when you're being too sedentary, okay? Deterioration and inactivity leads to muscle atrophy, right? You're not pumping, you're not dumping. Your muscles, if they're not going to be used for something, they do atrophy. This has been shown. And you can see it. It's something you can see. I would say everybody can benefit from resistance training, indefinitely. Along with the atrophy, you get decreased bone mineral density, which significantly increases the risk of osteoporosis. And that's not good. You don't want any bone wasting diseases going on. So you got to couple that with, if most people are being sedentary, over half of the population, and then not eating right, and then not taking a multivitamin, not taking extra calcium, magnesium, zinc in their diet, it could get rough. And if you're not eating on point, you're going to atrophy. And you'll also just atrophy, even if you are eating right. If you don't use it, you lose it in this sense. In this sense, that's the truth. So, and you can start losing muscle mass and getting bone density. They're saying early in life. Just because you're young, that does not excuse you. Youth won't save you from this. So, we all got to get to work. May be uncomfortable, but it's going to be more uncomfortable when you get to really old age and you feel like gnarly shit, and then you can't even, like, you don't have the energy capacity to, like, get back to more healthy, more active, because some things are too far gone. That can take place. But you got to be active in some sort of capacity. We don't want to waste our muscles away by doing nothing. And you're missing out on all the goodies, the norepinephrine, the adrenaline spikes, fight anxiety, sense of accomplishment. Like, this could go for any, doesn't have to be at the gym. It can be any sport, any discipline. Could be a guy that's really into MMA and stuff. But I'll tell you this, it does pay dividends to lift weights and do calisthenic work no matter what other sport you're doing, because that's the foundation. It's building the house, and it's putting it together with really strong wood, really high quality nails. There's real good brackets, a strong foundation. That's the kind of body you really want. So the faster we get on the workout wagon, the better. So it can lead to cancer risks and uterine, the uterus, and colon, breast, all types of cancers just from being inactive, which is wild. And I have to say, it's most likely being inactive with a really unhealthy diet. I'd like to believe that the diet plays such a huge role that it should push away some of these problems. You get cardio damage from this as well. Too much sitting, lack of activity, it restricts blood flow, elevates blood pressure, increases LDL, bad cholesterol. So, You got an HDL, you got an LDL. You want good cholesterol to go up, and not all cholesterol is bad. You need it to be healthy. You need it for testosterone production is another thing. So if you cut out too many of these saturated fats, cut out butter and eggs and oils and cut out all this stuff because you're trying to watch your weight, you're also cutting into your testosterone production because you're messing with your cholesterol. So things to think about, and just by not being active, you're already ruining that too. So it's like we're learning that we're not allowed to just stay put as humans. All humans that get more active and get physically fit, I think we can all honestly say that's a better quality of life than not. Now, is it time consuming and you got to be on it and it's got to be consistent and it's painful? Yeah. But what's the alternative? A body that doesn't function as sold, as it should, and it starts to break down easy. So what's more uncomfortable? You want to live a shitty life in the next decades to come and just progresses into a shittier life and you wind up in a wheelchair? Or too heavy, a type 2 diabetes situation, or one of these numbers of crazy diseases you can get. You don't want that, right? No. So the cool thing is that you can fight all the muscle wasting and bone mineral density is getting broke down problem real easy. You just got to work for it. You got to work for it. And it's right there in the studies that this stuff being sedentary is not helpful. Metabolic dysfunction, type 2 diabetes, sitting that impairs the body's ability to break down sugar and fat, which leads to insulin resistance to be triggered, which leads to type 2 diabetes. It's like, here's a good analogy. A Ferrari high-performance vehicle, right? From what I've examined and heard, it's made to go fast, and if you don't ride it fast, every now and then, it loses its power. So interesting. We should be more like that Ferrari and work out really hard. And it doesn't have to be all the time, but it has to be consistent enough to make a difference, to make an outlasting effect, so you can feel great and counteract all this stuff from being sedentary, because you don't want to wind up with a walker, using a wheelchair or a cane, or having to get special shoes or something. No. We could all do better. We could all be a little bit uncomfortable for an hour and a half at most, and get in some physical activity consistently till we make a profound change in the body, clean up our diet, and I guarantee it, most people would say that it's worth it. That it's worth the dieting. It's worth all the agony of the gym, up to 4 times a week. I mean, I guess you could go less, but then you're slipping back into the sedentary days. For me, personally, when I take a day off, it's a much needed day off and I'm really banged up enough. But I don't just take a regular day off. It doesn't feel right. I feel dirty. Like I didn't take a shower. But I didn't take a shower on the inside by working out. That's how it feels. Strangely enough. After I work out though, all the cardio throughout the end of the day, I feel so accomplished at the end of the night. And then I stretch before bed. Really got to make sure that you get some stretching in before you go to bed. Your body was already put into so many stiff positions, and you've exhausted one set of muscles and left another one kind of alone in some parts. It's important to get back at the end of the night, the mind-muscle connection. Do a nice stretch program for yourself. It's got to be a real one. At least take at least 5 minutes. That's what I do. At least 5 minutes of stretching, and make it make sense. Feel around. Is there anything too tight, too cumbersome, too tender? Figure out what's going on. Stretching out your legs. I know as I get older, every day I like to do squatting positions and get on my knees and move around, just to keep up that lower body, keep it awake. But I feel sometimes it's very difficult. Legs hurt. They hurt to stretch around. They hurt to move around. But if I don't do this now, it's going to be a really tough future. So I make it a chore every day, but got to get down there, do some great poses that work. Cat cow, great pose. You could lump all this in with being not sedentary. It's a little bit of activity, and I would challenge anybody out there to do a hot yoga session. They're hard. They're brutal, and they're about 100 degrees, and you're moving, and you're put in positions. You sweat yourself into a. It's crazy. It's almost agonizing. You could definitely go for a Gatorade when you're done. You are messed up. But that's awesome for the body. Helps you move around. Helps you find imbalances around the body. You do yoga. And you find out how badass you really are when some chicks can do poses with effortless movement into the most flawless pose, and you can't even get close. You can't get anywhere. You're like, oh my god, how does she do that? She's staying not sedentary, man. She's working out. I've gotten better at this age right now. I'm the best at my yoga posing stuff I've ever done in my life because I continue to practice it. You have to, but you got to keep these movements up, or you'll lose the possibility to make those movements. So it's the same thing. All of us put in much better effort, and we won't lose so much muscle mass that we can't pop up from a squat, which we should be able to do. And those legs and hamstring should be big, strong muscles for a good life. That's a indicator of good health, is a big, strong ass. So reach for that, and you'll be off to a great start. You'll be having a good time. But yeah, the dangers of being sedentary, they're real. They're no joke. Yeah, even if you're active a little bit, but then you're laying around most of your life, that's bad for you. Everybody should be getting in some cardio, some weights. Be a better world, I'll tell you what. Be better. Imagine a place getting all of its physical fitness in like that. Becomes a pretty happy place. A place of growth and progress. Now, I know we're all on our own train track, but make sure you make some room for that growth and progress going forward. There's no need to. You don't have to start tomorrow. You don't have to start Monday. Start right now. Just do it right now. Do a mini workout. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Do 15 minutes of whatever. Start getting into the habit. It'll help you. There's no exact set rules on this except for do it. Do the workout. All different times work. Some are more favorable than others, but either way, it's time. No more waiting. Get moving. Get your stuff back together. We're supposed to be nomads, hunting in the jungles, hunting in the Colorado woods, hunting our food, moving and using our muscle in all types of ways. And when we're not, the body gets out of shape, the body gets fat, the body gets even lean, but just stops working right. We're meant to be moving. Kinesiology, yo. Study of movement, and we need to be, I know we need to be moving more. Alright, if you made it this far, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Up to 911 subscribers. Super appreciate it, every single one of you. This is Mr. Fit, and tune in next time for anything that's all things fitness. Have a good sleep.